my name is Holly here from the Ashland Public Library in Ashland, Ohio, and welcome to Happy Times. This session of Happy Times is about fall. As you can tell with all of our decorations, I'm so excited for this time of year, aren't you? When it gets cooler and we can have pumpkin everything. Happy Times is here because we wanted to connect with you guys this year in whichever way we can. So if we can see you in person now, since we're back out and about, then that is amazing, and we can't wait to hear your stories, share opinions, thoughts, recipes, because of course we're asking for some recipes this time. And for those who we can't still talk face to face, this is a way for us to communicate with you through letters, writing, call us to talk about books or stuff. We want to hear from you. And just a reminder again, please talk with friends or family or a group of individuals, or you can write to us. We really miss you guys, and we wish we could talk to face. Some of you guys, we can't talk to face between our lobby stops and our community stops. But if you aren't able to make any of those, we still want to hear from you. It's hard to believe that autumn will be here in just a few days, but the fading light of dusk has already begun to signal the end of summer. Some people love fall, especially in places where the autumn foliage explodes into a rhapsody of reds and oranges. Others miss the passing of long summer days in warm, sunny weather. But it's also the time of year for pumpkin-flavored everything. Hope you like pumpkin as much as I do, because I mean pumpkin-flavored everything. My family's most recent discovery, and I hope they carry it again, is pumpkin rolls. Not your typical pumpkin rolls. It's like a cinnamon roll, but pumpkin flavored, and you pour cream cheese topping on top. Yum. Are there any pumpkin flavor items that you really enjoy? Don't forget to share these recipes with us at the Ashland Public Library. We will try them out. Autumn leaves don't fall, they fly. They take their time and wonder on this, their only chance to soar. This quote comes from Where the Crawdad Sings. And if you don't know about this popular book, it paints a pretty picture of the leaves' chance to go and be free. Where the Crawdad Sings is a 2018 novel by American author Della Owens. It has topped the New York Times Fiction Bestseller of 2019 and New York Times Fiction's Bestseller of 2020. And all the lives we've ever lived and all the lives to be are full of trees and changing leaves. Man, that is so true, don't you think? This quote comes from the book The Lighthouse, written by Virginia Woolf. The Lighthouse is a 1927 novel. It was about the Ramsay family and their visit to the Isle of Skye in Scotland between 1910 and 1920. Our other quote that we have here is, "Love the trees until the leaves fall off, then encourage them again to try again next year." Doesn't that sound sweet? Just trying to encourage our trees to grow again, to bloom. Because I personally don't like winter. I like spring and fall the best. Spring, again, I love it because everything's new and fresh. And fall is the colors. Here's a quote from Winnie the Pooh. We certainly love Winnie the Pooh. It's the first day of autumn, a time of hot chocolatey mornings and toasty marshmallow evenings, and best of all, leaping into leaves. Oh, I wish we could all leap into leaves again instead of having to pick them up all the time, don't you? So it's time for Christopher Robin to return to school in this book, which means he's unable to keep visiting with his bear pal Winnie the Pooh. But when Pooh misreads a letter from Robin, he thinks his friend has been snatched and relocated to a fearsome land. Along with Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore, Rabbit, Pooh's journey to the terrifying place to rescue their friend and meeting many frightening obstacles along the way. Here we have two different songs, but they're not so different at all. If you read the words, Les Frères Maures is a French song, and it means dead leaves. And on the left-hand side of its words, the falling leaves drift by the window, the autumn leaves of gold and red. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburnt hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Oh, isn't that so sweet? Now, Autumn Leaves is also a very popular song and has been covered many times by different singers, but was composed by Joseph Cosmas with original lyrics by Jacques Prévert in French in 1945. The French original was called Les Frères Maures, and later the most popular English version was written by Johnny Mercer in English. An instrumental version by pianist Roger Williams was a #1 bestseller in the U.S. Billboard charts of 1955. Autumn Leaves has been recorded by Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, and others. And their lyrics are, I would like you so much to remember the joyful days when we were friends. At that time, life was more beautiful, and the sun burned more than it does today. Fallen leaves can be picked up by the shovelful. You see, I have not forgotten. Fallen leaves can be picked up by the shovelful, so can memories and regrets. And the north wind takes them into the cold night of oblivion. You see, I have not forgotten the song you used to sing me. Now, Autumn Leaves, which are the lyrics on the right, are supposed to be converted from the French version, Les Frères Maures, on the left. Which one do you like better? Let us know. The 9th annual Autumn Fiber Festival right here in Ashland, Ohio. This year, with COVID, we'll see if it continues to be. It hasn't been canceled yet. It's October 16th and 17th. Local fiber producers, craftsmen, and artists will be brought together to display and sell their wares, demonstrate their skills, and educate the visiting public about natural fibers and their importance to our community and culture. Lots of talents all under one roof, a great place to stock up on fiber-related materials, get introduced to a new craft, and do some Christmas shopping. Admission and parking is both free. That sounds like a very exciting event that I will personally be trying to get to. Another great tradition that you can have here is Ramshire Farms in Wooster, Ohio. If you've never been and want to try something new this fall, head on over to Ramshire Farms. They have family-friendly fun with corn mazes, hay rides, pumpkin picking, sunflowers, depending on the dates, and 50-plus interactive farm activities. There's something for everyone to enjoy. The Ramshire Farms is wheelchair and stroller friendly, and it opens September 1st. Some of these activities include the corn mazes. Now, they always have 3 corn mazes. I haven't personally got to try any yet. For some reason, we always like to go on rainy days. The first one is the Ohio Maze, where you can travel through the Ohio corn. Although this Although there are 2 miles of trails and 8 acres of corn, it's hard to get lost in this maze since each road, river, treaty line, and etc. is labeled and points out interesting facts about Ohio cities, famous Ohioans, Ohio sports figures, Ohio presidents, and more. Now the middle corn maze here, which is Toy Story, was last year's mystery maze. We have not yet been shown this year's mystery maze. And it is a challenging 8-acre corn maze with approximately 2 miles of trails. Each year there's a new theme and a fun game to play as you travel through the maze. Now there's a mini maze that always goes along with the mystery maze. And this last year it was Mr. Potato Head, and it's for the ones with the little kids that just can't do the 2 miles and a long time in the corn, but it's still very fun. Here you can see there is in the top corner over here, tractor pulling. They have different sized tractors with ropes on the end, and you can see which ones you can try to pull by yourself or with a group of people. That was very fun last year when I took the kids. We were able to pull all the tractors, some of them by ourselves, but when you got to the heaviest, it took all 8 of us. Down here in the left bottom corner is a tire playground. Everything on it is built or focuses around tires. There's even more off to the side that you can't see. And that's always a fun place for the kids to jump around and play and see the hungry little caterpillar. They also have things like cow milking and horsetail braiding. There's also a corn chute that the kids can slide down a chute and land in a pile of corn and get corn in everything. Corn in shoes, corn down shirts, corn down pants. There's corn everywhere. Here you can see some of that wheelchair accessibility. So there's a hay ride and the tractor that anyone can ride. It takes you around all the pumpkin patches, sunflower fields. There's also a handicapped swing, so you can swing if you need it. There's also regular swings, like this big giant one that the whole family can sit on and take a picture. And trust me, Ramshire Farms places a lot of picture-perfect areas. But let's not forget Honey Haven Farm right here in Ashland. This farm is packed full of fun for the family. It's located at 1327 County Road, 1475. It has free admission to the farm and parking and lets the little ones enjoy their indoor straw maze and their small barnyard zoo, where you can wind your way through their 8-acre family-friendly daytime corn maze. Then shop the country store for fall produce, local honey, maple syrup, and other tasty food items, as well as fall decorations and unique craft items. Spend time browsing the weekly craft shows. And when you get hungry, there's pumpkin ice cream, which is absolutely amazing. They make it right there on the farm. This is one family outing that won't break the bank. And just like Ramshire Farms, they always have a mystery corn maze. In 2020, it was this corn maze that says, "In this together." I was actually able to talk to the owner of the farms, and he let us in on the secret of how they make these corn mazes. He says they plan it out and before they plant the seeds, and then they mark the paths where they don't want the corn to grow. That was very interesting talking to him about the process. Here is a beautiful poem called "Let Us Welcome Fall." Summer's gone, it can be said, for the air is crisp, leaves crumble in the flower bed. Large flocks of birds congregate in trees. Squirrels gather nuts in preparation for the freeze. Let us welcome fall, for her scent is in the air. Ripe apples, pumpkins, and the pear. Look, fall colors everywhere. I can't wait to look out the window and see fall colors, even though I know winter's coming. The autumn equinox is September 23rd this year around the world. The equinox takes place 6 months apart and marks the time when day and night are of equal lengths. I've already noticed that the sun is coming up later and later. Columbus Day, and it marks his discovery in the U.S., and that's October 12th this year. Thanksgiving is November 26th. It is always celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. Thanksgiving is a time to remember the blessings and good things of the prior year, and a time to feast on turkey and on many amazing foods, including pumpkin pie. Now, some pumpkin recipes. I haven't tried these all, but they are on my list this year. So there's pumpkin, cinnamon buns, waffles, bread, seeds, chili. Can you believe that? Pumpkin chili, whoopie pies, pasta, and even pumpkin sloppy joes. That's on my list. I'm most curious about that one. There are so many pumpkin recipes to try, and I know that I have my favorites. But what are some of your favorite recipes that you have tried? Was it at a restaurant, or did you make it at home? Or maybe a friend or family member made it and shared. Would you like to share a favorite recipe with us? We would love to try some. So go ahead and send it to us. If you'd like to share your answers or stories, you can mail us a letter addressed to the Ashland Public Library Bookmobile. Or you can drop your letters off at the Ashland Public Library Service Desk, or email us at bkmoutreach@ashland.lib.oh.us. And if you want to be featured in a future program in our printed version of Happy Times, please write your permission in your letter or email, and we'll share that. All right. Don't forget to send us your letters or talk to us in person. Come down to the library or join us for the bookmobile in one of our community stops. And don't forget to send us your letters with the answers to our Happy Times if you got the newsletter, or send us recipes. Like I said, we can't wait to try anything that you send to us. All right. You guys have a happy fall.